streaming. Those who are coming in, just let me know that you are here. I am flying a little bit blind right now in terms of my sound. So please, just let me know there in the comments that you can hear me and that my sound is on properly. Let me just make sure that everything is fine. Okay. Guys, let me know in the comments. Can you hear me? I'm going to start the show now, and then we can go from there. Welcome, everybody, to the Overthinking Football Show. My name is George Mokwena. I am your host. I do the show every Monday to Friday, 12:30 in the afternoon, and then also Monday to Wednesday at 8 p.m. We also do watch-alongs of the Big Three. Thank you, Watson. Thank you, Togozo. Thank you, Theo, for the confirmation there. Nomuchiti. We also do watch-alongs, as we did this weekend. We watched the derby. We watched Sundowns be crowned. That is what we're going to be speaking about right now. If you want to watch any of the previous episodes, we've spoken about all types of subjects, not just reviews of matches, and we've had some incredible conversations. So if you want to watch them, they are available on Facebook and on YouTube in full. Also, if you've ever watched an episode of the show, and you've watched it on YouTube, on Facebook, or you've watched it live, and you're wondering, how do you add your voice to the show, to one of my panels, you come join me on TikTok when I'm live, follow me when I'm live, and then at the bottom of your screen, there'll come a time where I say, I'm opening it up. Press the button that says multi-guest request. I let you in. You have your show. You call. You have your voice on the show and you call in. Okay, guys. Very big weekend, especially yesterday. MAMELODI Sundowns was crowned the inaugural African Football League champions. Forever and ever until whenever they mention the African Football League, MAMELODI Sundowns will be remembered as the first winners. They took out Petro de Luanda on the way. They took out Al Ali on the way. And finally, they looked Wydad in the eyes and won that game. So they are the inaugural champions. Before we start the conversation, especially when we have very big topics, there are press conferences. So let's head on over to YouTube. Then we can listen to what Coach Rhulani had to say about this really big thing that happened. Shout out to Masandawana fan blog for the visuals. So let's hear what Coach Rhulani had to say.
Really the entire football club from, and you'll have to forgive me because it really is not a one-man show, or I just have the privilege to account for the results in front of you, but the reality is to get to the final, we needed an incredible performance against Al Ahly in the semi-final at home, and the Yellow Nation was behind us all the way. Today, once again, I think they made an incredible contribution, and they sang and they supported the boys throughout the 90 minutes, and for that we are extremely grateful to them, and we thank them for their love and their support. And then you've got to thank the technical team. We've got a hardworking group that's very close-knit. Coach Mangoba with incredible experience and a lot of support. Coach Wendell, Coach Michael, and Coach Wendell and Coach Michael also. Coach Wendell has been at Sundowns for how long, and in football for how long, as a goalkeeper, and then goalkeeper coach, and now also serving as an assistant coach. That's also a goalkeeper coach. His role and the workload has doubled. Coach Kennedy that is assisting him in that department, and you can see with all the goalkeepers how good they've been. When we've rotated a lot and we've given chances to all the goalkeepers, and also the testament is Ronwen winning goalkeeper of the tournament. And that's the work that's done by Coach Wendell and Coach Kennedy in his first trophy as a coach. So I congratulate him also. You delivered the trophy and you've put it on the table. Thank you, my boy. Thank you, Sailor. Thank you, Sailor. They've run out. And then to go all the way into the group of analysts that we have, Mario Mashas, Bu, Makitla, and Gulam I always struggle with his. I struggle with pronouncing his surname. He's Valodia, and he always fights with me. And I've worked with Gulam for so many years. Incredible human being. GV is a hard worker. Dale Solomon's also. These four are. They work very, very hard behind the scenes. The conditioning department, Mateus, Sbu, Mahlangu, unbelievable. Special mention to the recovery rehabilitation group, Stuart McGregor, to work on Peter Shalulile and Lucas Ribeiro and just to try to perform a miracle. And, this is why I say it's not a one-man show. They worked very, very hard. Tato Mashiko, in the kit department. We've got Tato Santos also working in the conditioning department. We've got Saki. What can I say about Saki? I mean, such a loyal servant of this football club. And the doctors, we've got two incredible doctors, and Dr. Carl and Dr. Paul. We've got Tasso, unbelievable in the data and the tracking of the physical workload every single day. I'm trying to remember everybody. We've got such an extensive group. We've got Godfather. It was his birthday just the other day, so hopefully this is a good birthday present for him. We have Theo, who's joined us also as one of the masseurs. We've got the communications department and the marketing department with Shupi and Zanele, and it's unbelievable. Is everybody, Toriso, the photographer, the security department, the guy that's always looking after and protecting me and helping me with everything. Colin deserves a special mention. And Jeff, the kitchen staff, the chefs, the ground staff, the security at the gate, senior management, Yugesh, unbelievable. The support, Rastan, unbelievable. And then of course the leader of the group, the club, the chairman. This is a special one for him, and especially dedicated to him for his support in the good moments and in the bad moments. He's been there to support, and we'd just like to thank him for his support. And to this football club, and I hope for everyone else that is part of this club that unfortunately maybe I may have forgotten, like Coach Temba Badela, who works with the DDC, but is also one of the assistant coaches, Bratrot. As he walks in, unbelievable support. After every game, I always get notes from him. Put on my desk and in a nice envelope, giving advice and these other people. I think South Africa is quick to forget their contribution to football. Them and Coach Shakes Mashawa, that generation of coaches. They've done incredible work for this country, and they've paved the way for us. And we wouldn't even be thinking of being coaches if it wasn't for them. And then this special group of players. I ran out of superlatives. Karabo would be very proud of me if he was here. I ran out of superlatives in speaking about this incredible group of players, guys. I really think and thank God for this opportunity to lead this club I thank God for this opportunity to lead and to be part of this magnificent group and to be their coach, because these players have backed me. I push them so hard. We work really, really hard, and we go all the way, and they make so many sacrifices. So I want to thank them for that, and their families also, because their families also don't get to spend a lot of time with them, So I want to also thank their families and also thank my family for the support that they've given me. Just the other day, I was speaking to my father, and he said to me, "Must tell your midfielders not to make a back pass. And anyone that makes a back pass must go back home." So that was my team talk, and I delivered it. So he must know, Mr. KK Sono, that I listened and I passed on the message. So I just want to thank them and thank my mother also, Linda. Thank my team managers. Unbelievable. Tammy just came in there, and unbelievable. Tammy, Kahiso, Khalid, these are great human beings. I don't know. I hope I haven't forgotten anybody, and if I have, I hope they forgive me. I love them all, but really, 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 I want to thank this group of players for making the Sundowns family proud and for delivering this beautiful trophy.
Thank you, Coach. We'll take questions. I mean, you've counted everyone.
I think for time's sake, I'm just going to jump in. If you want to watch the full video, Masanda Wana fan vlog on YouTube. They're the ones that give us access to these press conferences afterwards. So I'm going to just get straight into it so that we can get into the panels. Sure. I think over the past few months, I've asked questions. I've asked questions of Rhulani. I've asked questions of the team. I've asked questions of whether Sundowns is as good as everybody says they are. I've asked questions about why is everybody so afraid of Sundowns when they go play them. There's so many comments that I personally have made about the Sundowns. And I think what they showed us in this run is that none of it is by fluke. None of it is just because Sundowns is viewed a certain way. They work very hard. They play very hard. And a lot of teams are scared of them. They waltzed past Di Petro. They got past Di Petro so easily. They went to Al Ali, and I saw Al Ali parking a bus. Al Ali, team of the century, parking a bus. You saw Whitehead in this game win the first leg 2-1. Win the first leg 2-1. And come to Pretoria scared. So you have to give credit to MAMELODI Sundowns. And maybe the issue is that when we think about the Sundowns, we think of it as the Sundowns of 10 years ago, 15 years ago, 20 years ago. We think of Bo Al Ali and Wydad as those teams from so many years ago. But the truth is, Sundowns has proven now that they're one of the biggest teams in Africa. They're one of the most formidable teams in Africa. They're one of the most scariest teams in Africa. They won the AFL. So I think that is something that we have to come to terms with. They're the juggernaut of Africa. When we count the big teams in Africa, you have to think about the Sundowns. You have to put them in the same group as the Al Ali, Wydad, all those other teams. So I want to give credit where credit is due. Before the season started, we spoke about Rhulani, and we asked, what does he have to do this season? And I said, for me, I'm not going to say that Rhulani is a bad coach. I'm not going to say that he's poor or whatever. What I will say is that I couldn't compare him to a lot of the coaches that have passed, because he still has a lot to do as a coach for us to see the full breadth of his career, the ups and the downs. But this is a great way to do it. This is an incredible way to do it. First time this tournament has come out. It's the best of the best 8 teams in the continent came together, and he proved that this team is the one. Yes, there's still Champions League to come and all of that stuff. But for now, this is a very big trophy and a very big feather in his hat because forever and ever and ever, he will be the first, he'll be the youngest coach. Oh, that might change, but he'll be the youngest coach to win a continental prize. Sundowns will be the first team to win this trophy. So credit where credit's due. When it comes to the match, Wydad was scared. You could tell Wydad was scared. I tried to give them the benefit of the doubt when we were watching the game and thought that maybe because they've got the lead, they will want to see what Sundowns is going to do and then reply, right? It didn't happen that way. Sundowns scored their goal. Sundowns scored a second one, and nobody came in. Nobody came in to change anything. That didn't change how they played. And the one big thing I'll give to Sundowns, this is a hell of a mature team. A big question that was asked about Rhulani last year was, you get to the semi-finals, you're playing with that, funny enough, and instead of at some point stopping and saying, okay, let's see, let's try and see out this game, he kept on attacking and got caught out. So one thing that they did this time was slow down towards the end, was the dark cards. Everybody was getting yellow cards towards the end. Everybody was wasting time, which is what you do. If ever you've seen Abu Al Ali come play, that's the thing that they do. So that shows you that maybe Sundowns is moving from being a South African team in the Champions League to being one of the bigger African teams in African competition. But we'll see, guys. We'll see in the Champions League. Obviously, the Champions League is a longer road, but you cannot take this away from them. They didn't play teams that were playing league games in the middle. They gave everybody a month off, and everybody was well rested, and everybody had their teams, and everybody got a chance to play at home and away. So you have to give Sundowns credit for that. So with that being said, let me open up, and then let's have a conversation about what we saw from this match, from the AFL and from Sundowns. At the bottom of the screen on TikTok, there is a button that will appear that says multi-guest. Click on the button, and I will let you in to have a conversation about what we saw. So let me let in the first panel. I'm going to try to do as many panels as I can today, guys. I'll let you guys come in, have your general thoughts, and I'll ask you a question. Then we're going to move on to the next panels. So let me let in the people who are here. Oh, Sundowns fans. Aniko Gant. Yeah, no one is coming in. Okay, Pkabe, how are you, my brother?
Good, and how are you, champ?
I see it. Got profile picture. I see it. All people change their profile picture.
It was written in the stars, my brother.
What are your general thoughts about this game you guys played versus Wydad? And then secondly, does this tournament and this tournament win prove anything to any doubters of Sundowns?
Look, man, what a game. First of all, congratulations to the players. Coach Rhulani always says the game belongs to the players. We saw how brave were the players. I mean, they deserve the win, like you said, man. It wasn't a fluke. They played good football from the start of this tournament until the end. I mean, conceding only 2 goals and in one game away in Morocco, that Sundowns defense it's something that we have to applaud them for. With the team, when you remember when the President Motsepe took over Sundowns in 2014, the first thing. 2004, I mean, not
2004. I was about to say.
Yes. His first thing, he wanted to put Sundowns to be one of the best team in Africa. I mean, look how many years it took him to reach that state. I know we won the Champions League in 2016, but it was not enough. This cup, it's also equivalent to that, and we're still growing. It's not yet where he wants to put Sundowns, but then right now Sundowns are the first to be reckoned with. You can't talk African football and not include Sundowns in that talk. So when Motsepe took over, there were so many talks, there was so many negativity around him. Like, he doesn't know what he's doing. He was buying every player. He's wasting his money. He's gonna ruin the South African football. There were so many bad talks, but then the guy stuck to his guns. He supported the the South African coach. He gave all the support to the technical team. Look at where the team is right now. It's not by choice, but then through hard work and also being impatient, being patient, and then also believing on what he wanted to do with the team. So yeah, congratulations to him as well, his family, the Sundowns family as a whole. This cup, it's huge. Don't get it twisted. Let not everyone fool you. This is very, very, very huge game, huge cup, and to be the first to win this cup, no one forgets the first. OT will always be remembered. That Sundowns was the first team to win this trophy. So it is a big trophy and a big game that the boys won. So yeah, congratulations to them. Congratulations also to the technical team. Coach Rhulani also deserves this trophy. I mean, the guy has been working hard since from day one. He has been having sleepless nights. We all know his work rate, how much he loved this team, how much he loved the game. I think he deserves also this trophy as well. If there was any pressure maybe behind him, this trophy will remove that pressure. He will able to do his job without pressure. Yeah, we happy, the players and everyone, the supporters. Usually as supporters we come late to the stadium, but yesterday I came 2 hours before the kickoff, and then where I used to stay, my regular space, there was no space where I stayed. I had to change position yesterday and sit somewhere else. Something that I'm not used to. And then compliments to the South African football lovers who came to support the South African team and to come and enjoy the beautiful game, because we know we only 57. We couldn't fill up that Loftus Stadium, but then there were South African that came and support South African team and then to come and enjoy the game. I would like to say we thank you guys to come and support us. We really appreciate it. But congratulations to the team.
Mara nas chigela. Yachi 90 minutes and people, hey. Hey, but it's fine. The moment the trophy was going somewhere, but it's okay. Thank you so much, Mhlave. Let me go to Belile. Belile, how are you, my brother?
Hey, mtakababa kunjani?
Hi, no, mina zami ngizazibona later, man. Must congratulate labantu.
Hayi.
How did you see this game? And does this validate Sundowns?
Hayi, ngoba vele ngathi post ukuthi sibongise ngenkani siyenza njalo vele. Sando ukubongisa ke ama MT8 champions weAfrica. And futhi sibongise na wonke umuntu ophumile la eSouth Africa ukuthi ayoxhasa iPlastic Cup yeCAF. Siyabonga konke esikwenzile ukuthi kungenwe mahala estadium ukuqala ngqa solo ngaqala ukuthi icup elikhulu kangaka ele plastic lase-Africa kungenwe mahala nakulo. Siyabonga kakhulu, siyabonga. Hey, siyabonga.
Nazo.
Phela kodwa kuzogcina lapho nje ukuthi sibabongise. Hayi ukuthi sibafisela okuhle, hayi cha, kuyala. Phela manje
ngiyabona naloko kuhle akusokuhle mara naloko
phela
kuhle.
manje kuzofana ukuthi nifuna intombi eyodwa nibabili bese omunye umbhemu uyayithola bese wena uthi uyamjabulela. Ayikaze yenzeka lento leyo. Uyabona
No, angithi amtshela uChako ukuthi hayi man the best man one mara ngizozilandela owami nami.
Ya kodwa hayi ukuthi umjabulele. Ubizela nje mhlawumbe ukuthi ngathi bakahamba lapha ngachayiswa imoto achiswe intambo kagesi uyathi plug charger lapha yana mbambe ifoni lapha.
Hey.
No man. Kufanele sibathinte nje kancane yazi ngeke basiyeke labantu. But ya
Abasekanga. Ngiyazama ukuthi ngibe
hey, yeah. I know. It yabo siyababongisa man. We've always like been talking about it. And we've been talking about the Sundowns for his kind of season, like with how good they are. And also, if you have to take into consideration, you coach yakhona. Because mazokhuluma nge-coaching into ehlala siyishumayela njalo mihla namalanga and it showed ukuthi uRhulani knew what they were doing, and especially if Jobe Gakalela an away goal, especially when he knew how important was that away goal there. Because and Mount when they come home by us system. One thing I'm also like to praise Rhulani is that did you notice he saw in most cases they were going on AB's side. But this time if switched to AB was playing more as a central so and then those guys of Wider they didn't even notice that, and they've tried eventually to go on that side but so go value and then even if when they try to go like Ngama crosses, like crosses like guys because if Bola is anybody's goal, is anybody's ball, it doesn't mean it will go into that direction. And I can't. Plan is why that didn't have any answer. Sometimes were so good, and especially with their high press system. That's why they made especially those 3 mistakes. That was of high press. Well, sometimes once they lose the ball, they do this counter press that will force you. If our team not develop ball when you are bound to make mistake, and that's what we saw. But end of the day, we congratulate them. About for it to say, those fumigators, but we congratulate them. It was nice there at Loftus, and it shows with the patience when he bought the team as when the time take over from Sundowns, he wanted to make it a big team, like especially in Africa and even the world. He wanted to make Sundowns a great team, and with patience also. We knew with Magakala that it wasn't as smooth as it has been. It was difficult, but with persistence and patience also, these are the results. Normally, it shows. Siyasababongisa cool, and they play a beautiful football. Inkinga manje sebayabuya maye baqedile ngale babuyela thina ngapha. Selokhu bahleli badlale 8 game bahleli phezulu bahambe 3 months badlala top 8 ase-Africa babuya futhi akayenzi lutho kunzima
ngicela ubafrye just one more time before uphuma ngoba ngiyezwa maybe asmile nyana.
Hayi bona Asha babuyile siyabonga, but hayi okusalayo bahlale bazi ukuthi makukhuluma ngathi abaka-95 siyithi ama-champions wangempela ngoba ayekho igame esike sayiluza sawina wonke ayikho esike sayiluza wathiwa backdoor siwinile. Siyabonga-ke ma-champions we-M10 8 ye-CAF nazi nani ukuthi nabo abayibantu ukuthi plastic cup le-CAF niluwinile. Hayi sanibongisa anibuyeni-ke nizoqhuba umsebenzi la ekhaya.
Hayi no velile angazi ukuthi bazofila njani wayisale naleyo aba-confused ubahlanga uRhulani manje.
abafethu laba ngeke basiyeke, so nathi i-chance basiyitholile nje kumele sithi nje kancane nje yabona.
No, thank you velile. Ndlela ngiyazi ukuthi ufuna ukufraya abantu.
Ngiphelelwa amafutha man, aphelile amafutha.
How are you my brother?
Ngibingelele uthi nepanel man. Ngicela ukubuza man la uthi le cup leli mawulwina uthola i-star or uthola i-qualification to i-FIFA Club World Cup. Ngicela ukubuza man, ngiyayibuzela ngilwi.
Mara wazi indlela uthola 75 million. Yiyo kuphela uyithola. Imali nje kuphela.
Icup le mali kahle kahle. Hayi okay, kodwa ke phela first and foremost, I'd like to acknowledge Upito Msimani for laying the foundation for Sundowns, laying for the foundation for Coach Rhulani. Because I remember Upitso Wuye owabiza Rhulani the time Rhulani went to Pirates, waya cheaper, and then he ended up without a team. And then Upitso is the one that called Rhulani back. So we really have to acknowledge Upitso for mentoring Rhulani. Because Rhulani today, he is the best coach because of people like Upitso Msimang for giving him the opportunity. So as for Sundowns, Bafethu, this cup vele, it was created for teams like Sundowns, team that spend money to get them players lawa abawafunayo. But masesikhuluma iqiniso, le cup leli is just a money cup nje kuphela. I feel like if bangafaka i-star or maybe bafake some qualification yana, because of it's just a money nje kuphela. It's just nje ukuthi hayi 75 million ama teams awayitholi le mali. But going into this match, I felt like that came into that match with the mentality of no, we are gonna just defend the league because of they know how to defend. Because the moment Sundowns scored, that Casablanca, it was like they came there just to support Mamelodi Sundowns. Like the time Upito Shalulile after he scored that goal, that Ivele collapsed immediately. There was no plan going forward. There was no like in position. They just collapsed. So in thing is the way that Kaya, yes, they won 2-1, but the mentality shifted coming here in South Africa. They thought no, you know what, we're gonna frustrate Sundowns and it's permanent draw because of it was they do. Remember, they scored 1 goal go CAF final better than Al Hal, and they defended until Al Hal scored. So it's their thing, final. They like to defend, they're cool. They like to defend deep. So it's a good thing for Uti Sundowns because of the first leg, Buffett. It was not an easy match for the Sundowns. To come back and win 2-0, 2-0 go second leg. That's into cool for the Sundowns. Mina, vele ngiyazazela ukuthi ngi-Chiefs. I don't support Sundowns in any means. Angisupport nje nakancane. Noma bengawina i-Champions League, I don't care. Mina I'm Chiefs, mina ngi-gold mina. Angifuni ukuqamba mama. So yes, Sundowns besiyibukela because of obvious it's a South African team, but in terms of support I just don't care. But siyababongela asinawo umona, siyambongela uRhulani. Next time uRhulani makakhuluma angashayi about and care, he must acknowledge Orlando Pirates fans and the Kaizer Chiefs fans for coming to the stadium and helping his team and supporting Mamelodi Sundowns. Next time angasikhulumi because yes, already winile, but I know ukuthi uzoqala asikhulume kabi and say ama-teams wethu. Hey, it's nothing without us. Sundowns is nothing without ama-fans Pirates ne-Kaizer Chiefs. They must know it. Sicontributile la. How? Who cares? Who cares ukuthi bawinile? Who cares ukuthi bawinile? How? They must win CAF. Lalela uthi, they must win CAF Champions League. That's where sizoba acknowledge. They must win CAF Champions League. Yes, they are the best team right now, but cela bawini CAF sizobona kahle. Ngoba la kunastanga, it's just a money cup nje. I-cup nje lama donations wemali ama top dogs. Yeah.
Hey guys, no dala. Itikfaka abanye bara, you guys. Nifuna ukula man. Frank, how are you doing?
How's it, my brother?
Tell me, I'm good, Frank. I'm good. Tell me, Frank. How did you feel about this game? What are your general thoughts about this game that Sundowns played? And then does this justify Sundowns now? Is Sundowns now a big team?
Yeah. I just want to say hi to everyone there, including the panel. Yeah, I'm just trying to recover my voice. Yesterday it was already gone. But anyway, who cares that you Kaizer Chiefs fans were in the stadium? Who cares? We didn't invite you. No, uvelile bafraya into angayazi lapho instead of just saying congratulations and end there. Yes, it's a MTN plastic cup with 76 million. Yes. Man. I told you, Oti, like, this thing was supposed to be played on Saturday. But with those who have mourners with us, with those who have mourners with us, they took it was to Sunday. But you know, uNkulunkulu, mina uNkulunkulu nyamthanda mina uNkulunkulu no. And I want to congratulate
Mthandelani wenzeni?
uNkulunkulu ulamandla bafo, uyayenza ukuthi izinto zenzeke sidla itafula labazondayo babhekile. But anyway, bruh, I want to congratulate Sundowns. Yabona, firstly, yabona uThebogo Mokoena. Yabona uThebogo Mokoena, ne? That is a quality guy. No. You know, yabona equality ne form ne into ehlukile. Equality izohlala is equality. Yes, we can say ushalulile ubuyile bheki what, but besides Mokoena ne, he was not going to do anything. Ushalulile. Congratulated to even Rhulani Mokoena. Yes, that guy, he proved himself. He proved the doubters. Yes. Nakona idlalile Sundowns bafo, I don't want to lie. Yeah, I don't want to lie. Especially with a team like Casablanca. No. Why did you know that? Why did always trouble some Sundowns each and every time? But now the only thing that I'm happy, yeah, umvala umkondo wakhe awuzange ugwazele ekhaya. But have you heard about Papa Wawa?
Papa Wawa was there.
Yeah, I don't know where is he now. Even on the street, I don't think he's on the street today. Akaveli kancane even kancane angeke aphume. But hey bafo, noma kwi MTN Plastic Cup ne, we are the champions.
I know. Well done, guys. Well done. I try to say well done, guys.
No, Oti, iqala lapho. Umona uqala lapho. Please, just we're gonna just say well done. Just to say congratulations, well done. Without
Hey, me not didn't say hey. You heard my speech in the beginning. You heard my speech.
Oti uthi uvelile afry yini?
Yeah, bengithi akere tumela fry. What a fry. No, but Frank, let me let it the other guys. Wait.
Thanks, Papa.
Some, Frank. Let me let in the next panel. Just as a reminder, guys, this week that team that was played, that Sundowns played, is the same that team that was in the final of the Champions League last season versus Al Ali, who won it. They won it the previous season, so it's not a small thing. Let me see. I'd written down the names of the next panel. I'm gonna try to get as many people in, guys, today. And then watch out. There we go. Joe, how are you, my brother?
Well, and how are you, Mr. Ochi?
I'm good. So tell me, I've got two questions. How did you see the game, your general thoughts? And secondly, did we let themselves down with the way that they played that second leg?
You know what? I liked how we looked at the tactics that Sundowns were supposed to use and how their approach actually, how they were supposed to approach this game, and they actually did exactly what we spoke about. They needed to get a goal first half, and they did that, and they needed to get an early goal second half, and they did that again, and then which just made the game much more safer and in their hands. So for me, I think, you know what, if there was any it's in serious game that you needed to give Rhulani my compliments, it's this game. When I think about even the risk of playing Ribeiro no Shalulile from the start, that was a brave decision, and it paid off. because honestly, it could have went haywire. I mean, it could have went south very quickly. Because remember, they were off the pace and all of that, but they didn't seem out of place. So for me, that was a very inspired decision by him to trust his players. I think he knew why he was keeping them from playing in the first leg. So he did everything. So I'm so impressed with how he structured. And then coming to Wydad, honestly, the first half they got it right, and then it was also wrong at the same time, because obviously you can't defend without any. You still need to be a threat when you get that opportunity. They didn't. They were not a threat a single time with Sundowns first half. I don't remember Williams doing anything serious. So for me, that was the mistake they made. But defensively, they tried. Because in the Sundowns, honestly, first half they had that one major chance and then they took it. The other chance was tame. I can't really call it a chance. So had they tried something going forward to at least say to Sundowns, say, even if you come for us, we'll still go to you guys, and we might even score a goal if you're not careful. Sundowns maybe would have changed their tactics. But Sundowns was like invited to go after them, and that was the mistake the coach made. So
Is it a mistake on their part, or is it Sundowns being that good? Because now we've seen it go PSL. We've seen it now in Africa versus Al Ali. We did Petro. Are we not giving Sundowns the credit that maybe, man?
No. Let's give. I started by complimenting how Rhulani set up his Sundowns. Let's agree. Sundowns played. You can't have 73% position first half, and you're not playing well. No, Sundowns was playing well. Sundowns was playing well. The day Chiefs yodlula ku 60%. I don't know what Brian will make for my family. So just that, I mean, Sundowns was playing well. Let's not beat around the bush. Sundowns played very well, but then with that, they played into a game plan. Sundowns, they didn't try anything new. I mean, if we from watching the first leg to it's like it's two different teams with that they were playing. They didn't play the same way they played in the first leg. I mean, they tried after the goals were in, after the first goal was in, they tried a bit and then I landed him across, but it still wasn't working. So just shows how Sundowns was really prepared for this game, and you have to give the technical team at Sundowns a huge round of applause for coming up with that masterclass.
Okay, no. Thanks, Mto. Let me go to Umtandeni. Umtandeni, welcome to the show, my brother. How are you?
My brother, Zaki, how's it?
No, I'm okay. I'm still calm. Tell me, how did you see this game? And then also, did Wydad do themselves any favors by playing so badly they didn't come out and attack or do anything? Or is it down to his Sundowns, man? Must we give credit to his Sundowns, good man? They're so good that teams have to come out this way.
No, bro. I think we must just give credit where it's due. The Sundowns, I think they dominated the game the way they wanted it to be dominated. So I think it was one of the main games of which is something that worked very well. If you are born in Zolo, what do you know this guy? Even Mendieta didn't start the game.
No Kutsi,
no Kutsi, you understand? So Izolo uhambe flat 4-3-3, of which a combination play Kamutiba and this boy Alende. So that tells you what he did his homework. The boy is very young, but he spent sleepless nights preparing for this. And for that, I think us as a country, we need to give him a round of applause. He did well there. He outsmarted the boy, because if you are born, they knew if they had to mass or women theater and other guys, they were going to be able to isolate them, because last time they couldn't make those crosses accurate. Maybe a night target many times of the headers. But yesterday, Sundowns came in spaces, but that free roll. It's time to in most cases. Not a false nine. In that free roll, he was penetrating very well. Looking at Alende, I was so impressed by Motiba. Firstly, like throughout the tournament, Motiba has been one of the greatest players in that Sundowns. It's just that some people watch football ngenhliziyo ukuthi they don't like you as a person, but the boy, I think for me now, he was player of the tournament because in most goals he's involved, and the position he's playing now is playing in the midfield. That shows you ukuthi he's capable of doing the things right. Coming back to Wydad, I think their game plan was to make sure they're going to take Sundowns into the sunset. Then they're going to start playing, because you can tell the last quarter of the game, 75 minutes, they were pressing high. Then lucky enough, Sundowns basically 2 goals away. So that tells you what the game plan. Also, the game, making it during the day was a clever move from the Sundowns, because in that team, at Casablanca, if the game was playing at 6, I can tell you Sundowns is going to suffer a bit. But yesterday, playing in the sun, it worked for them. Yeah. And the support was very, very much. So, all in all, in fact, from my side, I think they are the best. There is something that they are doing right, of which I don't think Paris is far from that, is that they didn't move to the correct direction.
Paris is far away.
I think it will take them like 4 to 5 years to get where Sundowns is, but they are moving into the right direction. We talk about directions now, not with they are the same level. Direction wise, they are heading to the right direction, and I think Makirwan and Nabo, they can get there. It's just that they need to fix the whole structure, because if you can take him to more especially, I think from the boys' side, from the Sundowns, what motivated them the most was that Dr. Patrice was there with the FIFA president. Their presence played a very huge role, because I can tell you there was a time where Rhulani, which he's not coaching the guys, but the guys, the way they're applying themselves, it's coming from the inner side. So I think, there's something they're doing right. We can learn a lot of things from them. Yeah.
Okay. My lady Paris cheese manasiko. Asbaboni, we're not even close.
Nabo bangazenzi inkinga ntwana nge-75,000 nyana bangazenzi inkinga nyana phela le kuyafana. Angithi yabona emakhaya kuyayidlalela inkukhu, abanye badlala imbuzi, abanye badlala inkomo. So bangathi nge-tournament nyana uqala baluze kakhulu la. Alende didn't perform last season. 51 million beloki walk around lapha ibekiwe njengenze fokore. This season sekayachisa. So bangazenzi inkinga nyana manje nabo kuyafana ukuthi badlala inkomo nje bawina inkomo plus nesikaphu ke, yebo. So abaqhubeke as long as star ku right.
I'm telling you, before bangibulala la ema-comments, let me bring the Cockets. How are you, Cockets?
Joshua, Mr. OT, how are you?
No, Nakimnati, we're giving credit to you. Tell me, how did you see this game that Wydad played with Sundowns? And did Wydad let themselves down with the way that they played?
Firstly, congratulations to us, Masandawana, for the big fish. I hear people are saying, hey, plastic cup, hey, Motsepe created this trophy for Sundowns to win it. But people forget, Uguti, like Sundowns was not given the trophy on a silver platter. They had to play games, they had to suffer. They actually played stronger teams that eliminated them, who care for the last 3 years, which is Pedro, Al-Ahly, and Wydad. And if you check the semi-finalists of this AFL, there are still top 4 teams that were still semi-finalists last season, which is ES Tunis, Wydad, Al-Ahly, and Sundowns. So you could see that Sundowns now are amongst those top 4 in Africa now, and they are the only ones now competing against those North Africans, you know. So this trophy was not given on a silver platter. And again, like this trophy alone, yeah, we needed it because of alone it wiped the tears of losing MTN 8, and being knocked out of Carling Cup. So we really needed this trophy. And I feel like we have grown in this game, Mr. Uti, in Africa.
That's true.
The game of yesterday, it's pure dominance, you know, at home. And then I feel like Wydad didn't even create a scary chance. The only chance they created, I think it was a corner. It's only one attempt of which it was a header, and Ronan saved it, you know. In that game, I don't think Ronan made a massive save. And AB on the left-hand side, did his homework. I think he dealt with that number 19 because he was nowhere to be seen. He was even substituted. One thing wrong AB did Morocco with that number 19 guy, he was giving him space to have the ball, you know.
Yeah.
But in this time, he was there before that guy could even get the ball. He was closer to him, you know. And we also dealt with the short guy, number 13, who's play as the middle. Yeah, he was that one other guy who gave us problem there, Morocco. But I think the guys also dealt with him correctly, and he was also substituted, you know. And also the pairing of Luisa and Mbala at centre back. On paper, I was scared, but I have to applaud them, you know, for the fantastic job, because I feel like yesterday they were perfect, you know. And Mshishi was playing his natural position because of now Shalulile was back. You could see that our missing puzzle, now we found it, you know. Because even if you saw the goal, man, he was in the box. And after the rebound, he was there already. It's like something that we've been missed because of the one that you take shots.
The instinct of a striker.
There was no one. Yeah. So always there was Chalulile was there, you know. And then coming into the questionnaire we did, if you saw correctly, after we did scored the second goal in Morocco, they wanted the third one. Like they were not happy. Even after the final whistle, they were not happy because they knew in Pretoria it's not gonna be easy. One factor being the sun will be their advantage, and the other thing being the fans. You know, the fans, the crowd plays a huge advantage. You know, and
so then wait. I wanna give you a chance to talk your talk as a Sundowns fan. Is it that Wydad played badly, or is it that Sundowns is just that good? Because like I said, they wanna go PSL every day, this thing, and you think, okay, maybe it's because the PSL teams are weak. Now we've seen them go into this tournament and face Abu Al Ali, face Abu Petro, face Abu Wydad. And Wydad, Al Ali looked like a PSL team in the previous game. Wydad looked like a PSL team in the second leg. How much of it is that, or how much of it that Wydad was just playing badly?
No, the thing with Wydad, I think yesterday the approach of the game. No, I think they came to the game maybe to sit back because of those guys couldn't play. Like they didn't play at all. No, it was not the Wydad that we saw Morocco that was giving Sundowns the pressure. You know, like they didn't play. They said that, and also you could see Kaka 10 minutes. They were wasting time. They started wasting time at 10 minutes. There was another guy, the striker, who got bandaged also. He got a yellow card because of he was down. The ref called the medicals, then he refused to go out. You could see these are time wasting tactics, no. But then Wydad is not a bad team. Just that I also feel like man, Sundowns, we are too good now, man. I think we are there, man. We are too good. These guys cannot. Because the thing, it's not like it's starting now. The thing is, we were not playing those dirty tactics, you know. But now that we've mastered them, that's why we are matching them. Because you can't tell me for last season, a team that never lost, a team that averages most ball position, a team, you know, but they've never won. They've never won Kev. You can't say it's football related. It's only because of they didn't apply the tactics that Kev right. But you can see now that Sundowns are playing dirty now. That's why now they are you know, even their coach, when asked about dirty tactics that Sundowns, I think he said now Downs are having more experience, something like that. Yeah.
Okay. No, okay. So thank you so much for joining me. Let me bring in Prachop. Prachop, before you speak, let me just say, why did Unkabet in the comments is saying, why did coach says that they were not surprised to be outplayed? They expected it. Unkabet, doesn't that sound like what PSL coaches say all the time? But asikwalapo. Prachop, welcome to the show. How are you? Prachop? I think we're having a bit of a problem there, Prachop.
Yes. I hear you.
Just try again.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now. How are you, Prachop?
Can you hear me now?
Perfectly. How are you?
I'm happy. I am happy. I'm happy, my brother. Was at the game yesterday. It was a big one. I remember I told you that we are busy with the crocodile, not concerned about the lizards. So,
what are your thoughts about this game? And did Wydad let themselves down in this game?
No, not necessarily. I can know that it let themselves down. If you check, they've never won in South Africa and beat us here. even an Ahli, Azanga Reja, most Africa. So it was a matter of them being scared. I mean, they came here, and the only way to beat us is just to use those we call dark whatever, those tricks that they use. Yeah, but Bona they're good. I've watched them, especially in the first league. First league, they can play. They can be arrogant on the ball. But I think that the conditions, and they knew or no. Here is either we come here, we draw with these people, then we take the cup.
Yeah.
If we come here and open up the game, it's gonna be an Al-Ahly story where you get 5. So for them, it was just to use the dark arts and just to grind the result. But nonetheless, Rena me brana nzigid hora mo batho he ke bona starting 11 e re shalulile ka go swa batho. And let's be honest, Oti. Let's be honest.
Okay.
My Chiefs, no, this cup it was meant for Sundowns. I mean, Braga. When last did Chiefs play a continental game in their life?
Hi guys, let's go. We're not province. We're not in the same country.
No, when I little chumita how never fryer. No. Hey, what Sundowns? My bra, if you can beat them, join them. And another easy. My Chiefs, especially my Chiefs. My parents go last time. I don't have a problem with those people. And come team ya bona ya dala. Na ke ona team e lore mo PSL ke bona gare ya economic challenge. I'm talking about football. But my brother, my brother, o paletse go wina sa tarata o ya bang go stadium sa batho ba lore a ba tlhale in your own. No, my brother, go to my brother. Na gala bise demons. Rasa, simo bana batho ba rasa fe. Uno rasa, twa fugare wa itsimpiela ba re ke chuawa. Na bulldog. Re dlala le di bulldog. Bona ke di chuawa, mme re kwa bona go no rasa nje. Wantswa, my brother re betile Ahli, re betile Petro, re betile Wida. Ba nyaka from rena. Ne re sa dlalle bona my brother. Ne re sa dlalle mo bona. A re mo classing le bona. Rena re there.
Baraka le bona ma Sundowns. Yeah, country team. Yeah, country team. Yeah, come support. Yeah, 90 minutes batho ba chincha.
My brother go botsana there, my brother. Sundowns ke team ya ko Pitori bua. Wantswa tse dingwe tse ba di bolelang tse ba Chiefs wa ba Chiefs ke tsa ke go Soweto ke go Joburg. Na re Pitori my brother. Wantswa whether wa tla matching or out mara o invite azanga ra rotlo stadium o tlo ra itse vele lo ka stadium on re menyetse. Wantswa so na re monate ka boyelo ba rena really 57 utlwa monate mo Africa ba itse rena le no ba di lo boma. Wantswa and a lot Infantino at mo gaming ya so what dabi atla because of no na feta
okusalayo re mo file di chips tsa rona o jele di chips ne go le mnate man
di chips of like some mala sa ro but nonetheless
I know
some mala chips mo taka la litsore le
però re tlogele re tlolla rona later re tloilela later rona ai però e re ke je ba bag ba le wena Chop, hey Mara. Hey, this is Sundowns fans, hey, team of the nation, hey, they're doing this for everyone, hey, South Africa. The moment it hit 90 minutes, everything changed. Let me let in the next panel. Hey, you guys, and Infantino loved the chips, man. He loved the chips. I'm sure he was asking how How come the other teams don't have these things? CJ, welcome to the show, my brother. How are you?
But how are you?
I'm okay. We tried to give them their flowers, but now they're throwing rocks back, but it's fine. CJ, how did you see this game that Sundowns played versus the Wydad? And then secondly, how do we feel about the AFL now that we've seen it towards all the way through to the end?
Listen, I'm a bit concerned. I'm really am concerned. I listened to almost interviews, in particular, club owners that were involved in this particular this thing. I'm worried about the reaction, the excitement, enthusiastic that lack thereof that has been displayed by club owners, in particular with this African Cup. I'm very worried. Club owners are not excited and looking forward to it. That has been played. Let us be honest. The quality of that has these other teams displayed in this cup, it is not the same quality that we saw that we continue to see in CAF and in other competitions that we see. It is only Sundowns. I think that's why most people are saying that it is a cup that was prepared by Sundowns. If you look at how Al Ahly plays it in their league, and you look at how they play in the CAF, and you look at how they played in this cup, you will see there's a huge difference. It's like it was totally different teams, man. And I'm worried, and I ask myself a question: not just playing against Sundowns, but playing against other teams as well. I'm very worried, and I think that is one of the reasons why Patrice was a bit worried in terms of how he sells this team. That's in how he this league, because if you look at go and watch them, even when they were playing against other teams, it wasn't like quality football. And hence is why they even moved it so that it doesn't compete with the derby, because they realize that what is happening on the pitch, you can't witness it same time down in the derby. And I'm very worried about that. Maybe something that these coaches if you listen to Andy Ngube's interview with the Cape Town City, manager, if you listen to what that guy says, it leaves a lot of room to be desired. If you listen when someone speaks, that interview told me and taught me a lot about this cup. Anyway, going back to the game yesterday, the Snake obviously was doing overtime.
Yeah, that's all.
Last year, you must realize this cup was designed to pay the Snake, because now the Snake wants blood. The Snake wants blood because they couldn't pay the Snake last year. So coming into this season, they realized that now it's breaking players' legs. About millions against the Snake because and now there's something something worse was about to happen. So a place where other was what is Jude was saying? Otherwise, imagine you have to buy to get it free in order for Sundowns to have the experience of Kaizer. They have to get people free to go.
Hey, but are you guys
in order for Sundowns, in order for the stadium to be yellow, they have to get it free.
CJ, whoa. The thoughts expressed by the panelists are not those of overthinking football or of Josh Bukweda. I just have to say it because you're gonna get me in trouble. Jero, how are you, my brother?
I'm okay. How are you, man?
No, I'm good. I see people are fighting, man. Hey, people are talking about snakes. Hey, almost. How did you see the game yesterday? And how do we feel about the AFL now that we've seen it go all the way through?
Firstly, I'd like to congratulate my team, Sundowns, first and foremost. And secondly, thank you for granting my wish. Yesterday, you remember I asked you to put Sundowns team on the background. So I'm happy my wish is granted. Hopefully it stays like this for the rest of the week. No, coming into the AFL, you see, I hear people are joking about this cup. It's a plastic cup. The whole tournament, I was watching the games on BT. If you know BT Sports, I'm sure you know BT Sports.
Yeah.
All those AFL games were live there. So that's a European network. I think it's English. So for this tournament to be exposed in Europe, it means a lot of eyes were watching. It might be a plastic cup to these guys who don't have ambitions, you know. To them, it's a plastic cup. To teams who've got ambition to grow, sell their players overseas, sell their brand, it was a big thing. The fact that the FIFA president was here specifically for this cup, you know that the FIFA president, wherever he goes, the whole football country, or I mean football people follow him. So the whole world actually was watching him. So people like Abo Mudau, Ilende, Omudiva, they got a lot of exposure for yesterday. So I feel like yes, initially this is a startup cup. A lot of people don't understand it. We also, as Sundowns fans, we don't understand it. We just know which is a big money there. But if since this thing was live on BT Sports, which means there's a lot of exposure for our football as a country, our league, to attract more people. You understand? Imagine these guys watching maybe from South America. They will see they've got Brazilians there, they've got Venezuelans there, they've got Uruguayan players, so it attracts more talent to our league. You understand? So for me, it was a big thing. It was a really, really big thing. Yeah.
Okay, no. Wait, where are you? There we go.
Yeah, I'm still coming into the game. Your previous question, you were talking about the tactics here with that. I think if you look, there is a pattern in African football, which is you secure the game in your homeland. So with that, unfortunately, they consider the goal. But their tactics, for me, was spot on. In Africa, you don't attack when you go away. Only the few who are brave enough, like Sundowns or Allah, they will try. But if you look at the conditions,
Marachero, one shot on target.
Yeah, but they had a
all in all.
That's how it is. I remember there was a game. If I take you back when Vets were playing Al Ahly, when Vets was still in the Champions League, I think it was the quarterfinals, if I'm not mistaken. Al Ahly won 1-0 away, and they came here to Johannesburg, defended the whole game, and they won. Eventually, they won the tournament. That's how it is, because even if you look at the way Sundowns did this, they said, okay, we are gonna play this game 3 p.m. when it's 39 degrees, and those guys, if they come out, they are not used to playing in the sun, plus the high altitude. So that was their only way of playing. Plus, they knew which ones to keep Sundowns the space. They're gonna get more goals. So this was the only.
But the reason I'm asking, it's a final. Sundowns scored late in the first half, early in the second half. You've got Boma 30 minutes for you to show that, guys. I see being scared of conceding 5, right? But you are losing 2-0. The trophy is going away, and all you can get is one shot on target for 30 minutes when you're chasing a game.
I think for me, they are thinking I could understand. Let's take this game as deep as possible. If last 10 minutes is still 1-0, they had a good chance. If then they attack and get a goal, it's 1-1. then they won. So it wasn't like first half they were already losing by 2. No, they continued with their game plan of the first half of saying, okay, we are 1-0 behind, but let's take this game deep. Once it's in the last 10 minutes, then we can throw in attacking players, we can get a goal and then go back. So me now, though I've been watching African football since a long time. These are the tactics that are being applied. Imagine you're going to play away against TP Mazembe in an artificial pitch. There's no way you're gonna go there and attack them. You don't know the pitch.
No, I'm saying, but you're losing. You're losing. Like, I expect, even in the last 10 minutes, they did nothing. Nothing.
Yeah.
They were nowhere, even in the last 10 minutes. And that's why I'm thinking, but guys, I know Rhulani on the other side. If Rhulani was in the same situation, the last 15 minutes, Rino would be on the pitch, Shalulile Ribeiro, hey, everybody that can attack would be on the pitch, Masego. We didn't see that from you, we did.
Maybe we should acknowledge which Sundowns was too good.
Okay.
Maybe we should acknowledge that because we've seen it from Al Ahly. Al Ahly when they come here and attack, they get 5, they get 4, they get 3. So now when they do their research, they know they even watch EPSL games when they're doing their research. You don't go pound to pound with these guys. You know, if you go pound to pound with these guys, they will finish you. So they have the knowledge of Sundowns. They've been playing Sundowns for a long time. So for them, they knew which you don't open against these guys, they'll finish you.
Okay.
So credit to Sundowns, credit to Rhulani most especially. But to all you guys who are saying this is a plastic cup, you must look again. This is not a plastic cup. A lot of these guys have got exposure now to European football. A lot of eyes were watching.
Okay.
I heard recently Mudau is monitored by Burnley. I don't know if that's true or not.
Apparently it's true.
So that means that the eyes now are on Sundowns.
Okay,
You understand? Yeah. So
Jero, for time's sake,
yeah,
for time's sake, I just have to jump in. Thank you so much for joining me. General, how are you?
I'm good, my brother, and you?
Me, I'm fine. I'm fine. Tell me, I've got 2 questions for you. What are your general thoughts about this game that we played versus Sundowns, number 1, and then number 2, how do you feel about this tournament? Now that we've watched the whole tournament and we've seen how it ran, how do you feel about it?
All right, let me start with the tournament. This tournament was a FIFA idea. It was not just something that Patrice Motsepe, the president, just decided, let's create this tournament. It's just that, all right, in Europe, they just rejected it because of their own reasons. But it was a FIFA idea. So this tournament, it's a big tournament to me. I don't know to other fans. So it's a big tournament, and it's a good thing for Mamelodi Sundowns because everything now it's on their books of Africa because it's the first team to lift the trophy. So going to the game, I think without their plan was to defend. They didn't have a plan. Actually, they just came here to intimidate referees. You could see from the first 5 minutes they were starting to fight, like they were wasting times. Like you could see they didn't want to play at all.
Yeah.
And they had a plan, like a proper plan. Like if you can check the game, like everyone, like when they lose a ball, they were counter pressing. They wanted the ball. Like it was difficult for Weda to play. So yeah, so I think Mamelodi Sundowns, they deserved it. Like, let me just say congratulations. Even though, we don't like Mamelodi Sundowns, of course, they are 57. You can say all of those. All of those things.
Okay.
They are 57. But they deserved it. Even Rhulani, everyone used to undermine him, saying that, no, man, anyone can coach Mamelodi Sundowns. Those are the excuses. This. What I like about Rhulani is he didn't drop the standard of Mamelodi Sundowns. They know that this guy knows what he's doing. He didn't drop the standard. In fact, he's pushing. He learned very well from Tito Msimang. So I can say that it is obvious, even though we don't love them, of course.
Hey, Mara. Hey, no, Mara General, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Let me go to Faith. Faith, Hope, Love. How are you? You can just unmute there. Okay, no, I think we lost to Faith, Hope, Love, Lapo. Let me carry on for time's sake. Guys, when I ask you about why dead, we dead. What I'm asking is, it's a cup final. You've come with a plan to defend, that's fine. But now you're 2-0 down, there's 30 minutes left. And listen to these stats. Sundowns, 8 shots on target, why dead 3? We dead 3. Sundowns, 3 shots, 8 shots, 3 we dead. 3 shots on target, 1 we dead. 61% possession Sundowns, 39 we dead. Passes, 452 Sundowns, 299 we dead. Pass accuracy, Sundowns, 82%. We dead 67. 9 fouls each, right? 1 corner we dead, 4 corner Sundowns. So I think my question is not that I don't like them or anything. I'm asking about the game. We dead is here for a final. They had a lead, so defending makes sense. Now you're 2-0 down. At what point do you say, guys, I'm throwing everything? Because I know Rhulani, maybe if I phrase it that way, I know what Rhulani would do in that situation. And I rate Rhulani very highly for this. Last 20 minutes, 25 minutes, you saw it versus Amazulu, you saw it versus the Chiefs. He will throw every single thing out there to try win that game. And we didn't see Wydad do that. So the question I'm asking is it Wydad being naive or is it Sundowns being that good? Anyway, let me go into the next panel. Flo, Rhulani, Tulas. Okay, Tulas. Oh, Tulas is gone. Usgayo, and then I'll throw in Uti. Okay. Evan, what's going on with my panels? Let me just think fire la. Okay, there we go. Okay, Tolani, how are you, my brother?
Greetings to the panel, greetings to my overthinkers, my comment section.
Tolani, what did you think about the game? And then what is it about the Sundowns that makes teams, even when they're in a bad point where man has the Aksena next, Dala and see what happens? Why don't they play and try win the games versus Sundowns?
Why? Like your second question. Our teams are facing Sundowns first. They have a matter of friends first. If I go pound for pound with Sundowns, content all.
Last 10 minutes, Mara. Last 10 minutes, if I not. Are we at least for 10 minutes? Ngoba ufuna queen.
But even the heat was a factor. Yeah, but last 10 minutes, so feel a like in Sundowns first. Last 10 minutes, Mamfuna reference to my team before the final. I am the research. So coming to this game, but okay, oh, they should like go pound for pound against the Sundowns. Like the Asmani City, way that, yeah, to 5 twice, to show it wasn't a flow. Twice, that's 5. Abanye was a game before time, kwangena ama-fans stadium,
Mara, nine Pirates 3 weeks ago, a month ago, went semi-pound for pound with Sundowns, won the game final, just like this one. Amazulu went 2-0 up versus Sundowns. No, Cheers Galaxy went 2-0 up versus Sundowns, won the game, ngama penalty.
Yeah, put it okay in recent games, but so with that, no. It's Galaxy. It went pound for pound Nazi. We Saturday that card defense. So we managed to which is equalize and take the game to penalties. Ipirates ungayibali because ngabasha 6-0 urefort let umdlali igame ingakapheli for the safety of the player. Ungabakala mfethu. Lapho kuyayazi ukuthi every season they donate 6 points kumina. So nje count them out. It's the same thing I've been telling you since izolo ukuthi Saturday bengilokhu ngibuka ngithi how shame. Take a look at my 12 point there. Getting a point each other face.
Hayi kama-team wethu bana hayi bani siyeke awu
Kodwa mfethu besides lokho mfethu can I congratulate uRhulani mfethu my coach mfethu. He's been getting a beating left, right, and center with social media. People have been trying to discredit him. But Rhulani akazi lutho abondlela bakutshela ukuthi last week nje sidliwe kwathiwa Sundowns played a very good game. Wathi undlela idliwe Sundowns abantu bangathini but okusala idliwe Sundowns. Now today usekhuluma ezinye story manje ukuthi plastic cup come Champions League uzositshela ukuthi we won't win i-Super League siyithathe i-Super League asitshela ukuthi we won't win i-World Cup i-Club World Cup so iphethini yamabhakaniya ne-Chiefs siya-understand abafethu and we're not bothered yabo we're not bothered about ama-comments enu about team so ngicela ukubongela ucoach wami ngicela futhi unokumbonga ucoach wami ukuthi ummentionile ucoach Manqoba since abanye benu bevele bethi we're not giving uManqoba a credit he deserves.
Rhulani gave him credit hayi mina Rhulani gave him credit
Whatever Rhulani ayenzayo we are about it nathi ama-fans. Shout out to Coach Manqoba. Shout out to the whole technical team bafethu bese ngicela ukubonga ama-players ami bafethu those players they leave everything on the field bafethu.
Okay.
They leave everything on the field and they make it easy for you Bros to make a selection. Sundowns, sihambe ne-Sundowns se-AFCON bafethu. If you're really serious about AFCON because labafana sebeyijwayele fethu i-atmosphere yase-Africa. So they won't be bothered about ama-fans ukuthi mhlawumbe khona i-plans of lishawe state fright. No, we won't have that yabo abosinje fethu abarelaxe. It's our time now. It's our time.
No, I not Rhulani. Thank you. Hey, I see a comment now talking about Manqoba, but I'm not going to get into that one. Skayo, how are you?
Good day, my brother. How are you?
No, I'm good. Tell me, 2 questions. What are your thoughts about yesterday's match? And then secondly, why do teams fail to go at Sundowns and not at the beginning of the match? This last 10 minutes at the final, guys. No more, you can get scored 3. It will still be something. Why don't they go at Sundowns?
Ngibonga isikhathi my brother. What I can like to say firstly, congratulate Sundowns. Their play was very, very interesting yesterday because I never see Rhulani push her this way. And again, on this tournament, I don't know how Mudau failed to get an award for me.
No Mudiba.
Yeah, they win because of Mudau. Mudau, I don't know if he's playing a right back or is playing a midfield or is playing a striker. I don't know because he's always pushing. And then again, on my thoughts on that game, Sundowns, you can't tell me you want to play a 4-4-2 or 4-5-1 with Sundowns because once you want one striker, they've got access at the back to do whatever they want. So why that they make a mistake with they want to defend the game? Yet they need a goal. Because they had a game the first 10-15 minutes, but then they lost it. First 10-15 minutes it was tough for Sundowns. But then they lost that opportunities where by Mr. Machance, then you can play the whole 90 minutes shoot. Right?
Yeah, that's mangele nami.
Yeah. Then I Sundowns idlele very perfect game yesterday. Very perfect game. Rhulani, I'm congratulating them. But what I hate about them is that with our supporters with Sundowns, they because they jealous now. They bas bandlula what after they won the cup. But we went with them there. I was there yesterday wearing their jersey. But then now but we see happy labanye badliwe abanye bawinile Saturday bawini game yabo. So we don't go into that topic. You know what we wish for them ukuthi the way badlala ngakhona izolo it must be always like that. But for me, if I can say to you, if our teams are any Sundowns space like that, we're not gonna beat Sundowns anymore. Because once you give them space, it's their thing. So avoid that. If ever they open the space, they're not gonna win anything from Sundowns. Because I thought why that it's better than Sundowns. They can beat Sundowns, but then they pay to chance. So thanks for your time, my friend.
Okay, no, thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much, guys. You know what, Ned? You know what I'm realizing, guys? I'm realizing whenever it's a Sundowns topic, people fight a lot. You guys fight a lot. I'm looking at the different comments and the different things. But anyway, Theo, welcome to the show. How are you?
I'm not good, Mr. OT. I'm not good at all. And you? I have to try and be professional ngoba kunabantwana la. Hayi.
Okay.
Angasilelwe ngalendlela. Saturday night bebabhizi bahawulisa lana basitshela ngisanibaya ama t-shirt se stadium siyanicela sebazosijwayela kabi manje izolo la abanye bebathi simenyile asikhona ukuhlala sibhala ukuthi hani ngawala Sundowns izowina manje sebazokhuluma ngathi manje bebazi Sundowns izowina. Hayi bafethu, first and foremost Masantawana fundana ukubonga ngizasidelela next week, not this week. This week bekumele ngabe niyabonga like your coach did. He never mocked anyone, azange adelele umuntu. Do yourself a favor, learn to appreciate isupport eniyitholile, because mhlawumbe lapha bekuyoshota abantu nihawulise bese niyanishaya ke wide bese niyabuye niyakhala la. Mina first and foremost, Mr. OT, I came in the show yesterday, I sang a Sundowns song and I said whatever. I didn't even care about that, but for the fact that Sundowns won, that's what I did. And I'm a chief supporter by heart. But I was acknowledging Sundowns, but at least they are raising the flag. Kodwa mabazosidelela so, ukhutsa akekho la. Kumo is not here, Street is not here, 007 ubalekile, and those are the people who was delela sibasupporta. Manje sesodelwa ngabanye. Hayi bafethu, please calm down. Niwinile. Okay, let me come to the game and the tournament. First and foremost, I think this AFL has proven one thing. Ukuthi PSL might be the strongest league in the African continent. Secondly, Sundowns, they were not challenged, guys. Let's be honest. When I say not challenged, I mean first leg, the second leg. There's no team that came and said we want to dominate them in both legs. Thirdly, you are playing Al Ali is doing the opposite of what you know Al Ali to do. I remember that game Sundowns when Sundowns won for 3 or for 2. I remember that game. It was a very beautiful game to watch. It was impactful. It was like Bobugi Man City in the GS game as well. That game in Sundowns. But you look at that game yesterday, you ask yourself, Guti, are you gonna tell me that this is the Wydad that was able to beat Sundowns? No, you can't say that. At all. So for me, I think it was just a poor performance from.
So then why didn't Wydad go for Sundowns in last 10 minutes at least?
No, I say last 10 minutes, Mr. OT. Let's look at it we are losing in 60 minutes. These people were already losing 2-0. And I'm gonna give you. Let's hold my coach. It was Lalel man. Lalel wa bandaba ngasima coach. Sundowns guys have shown is all recipe crosses. You bring in crosses, they are vulnerable, guys. They are vulnerable when it comes to crosses. You put a big man there. You put those crosses, they will make mistakes. Williams, he gets over. We are Chabula for no reason, and then they tend to make mistakes. If you do not capitalize on that, Sundowns on pockets or going pound for pound, you're not gonna do it. And it's sad to see why the immediately when they switched on, I even said it yesterday, they started bringing in those crosses. There was that time Williams saved, and you could see now, now Sundowns is starting to destabilize. But because you have, I'm not jealous of Sundowns, Mr. Oti. I'm jealous of the coach they have. I was watching this game with some guy yesterday. He's like, I Rhulani feel it. And I'm like, these guys, do they realize that they don't just have a coach, but they have a tactician? They have someone who can analyze the game to the depth. That's why Rhulani Makbeta, he's looking the game beyond just my pockets, he's looking with if I bring in Maseko. That's why Namanju Maseko is the big MVP scorer in this tournament. Imagine he even became a top goal scorer. That should tell you, Guti, the guy knew, Guti, if I use this player in this way, Uzoba Mnan. I even came here. I said, take Sundowns as it is and put it Bafana. You will see South Africa. They did that. We saw something. So I'm saying, well done to Sundowns. They did very well.
I get you. They don't hear us when we speak good things. They don't hear us.
And another thing, guys. No, another thing mele by accept phela nathi sinama team wethu. So masibashayela izandla kusho ukuthi sekumele score ukuthi sinama team sinabafazi. Masishaya iside chick ibuna kusho ukuthi asinabafazi. They must never forget that. So that has to be clear in their minds. And another thing, Mr. Oti, that I want to point out, I think ukuthi Umtsipe what it did, Sundowns is going to take years to be destroyed. The technical team, the structure, the mindset, bringing in a young coach who has been around. I don't know, like, I'm going to use a bad name, and I know Abanyang Baltande, but people will understand. A coach that has been a reject. What at one point became a reject, Pirates, and for him to come back and prove his worth now and do what he just did, I think for me it shows he knows what he wants and he knows what he can get with what he wants. They lost who I did. He was happy, not fussing, not angry, he was happy. And then he comes and he displays something that is proper, to tell the players to waste his card for 5. Imagine wasting his card for 5 minutes.
And it's good.
I was like, what? And it was so beautiful to watch because you then realize he's now understanding the game. So well done to Masantawana, Maregelanu Pap, ngoba niyasdinga nihawulise lana inlomo seyimbashile la xa nisikhazi ngasijwayeli niwinile sinishayela izandla. You guys are the first continental winners of the AFL, of the AFL. You are the best team in South Africa, you are the best team in Africa. Kodwa ningayikhohle indawo yenu. Don't forget which team has the biggest, many trophies in the country. Don't forget which team has more years in the country. So fundani kuhlonipha abantu abadala. Ngibonge Mr. Uthi.
Hey, always and then it becomes beef at the end. Oliver Kunso, how are you? Today has been interesting.
Hey, Timamits on the radio. Hi, Ziabuya, man. I'm example about wives. I think stress is only stress they can make a man do that. But I don't know if I should say congratulations. Don't understand. But anyway, it's in the bag. But there is that kind of king doubt, Manore. Is it like Mandela Cup vibes, Is it Vodacom Challenge vibes? What are those cups where you feel it's just that this one has 8 teams. So I'm really not sure with the other teams as serious. Understand? I heard you ask about stats say why that. They came with a plan, right, to defend. And let loose at the end. But trust me, it was too hot. It was too hot for them. If you're not used to basking in the sun, last 10 minutes, you'll faint. If you try and run hard. So they were exhausted. The sun was doing what it was deployed to do on the day by Sundowns. Understand? So they couldn't find that next gear after.
Mara 5 subs, Malume Kuto. We've got full 5. Like half a team.
You see that 5 that got in, we're also sitting there in the
benching.
Yeah, it's training, Mr. OT. It's training. You can see even if you are playing when on the Sunday league. Lalura Rev, how many minutes left? 5 minutes I cut there right now. It's fine. She's some. Yeah, I understand. So it's understandable. But this project has been long coming. Yeah, I understand. It's been long coming. From the day when they went to the final against TP Mazembe. SuperSport has been building a solid squad. Luckily, Sundowns is just buying everything. Williams. Final for the first time. So it's been long coming, and finally, after so many years, SuperSport has managed to get their hands on it. You understand? Well, SuperSport has been bought. And someone has managed to get their hands on it via SuperSport. I was asking someone on Prati's live which team is actually important to you, Bafana Bafana. Because if you want to count Umudiva, Umukwena, Williams, Ukekana, Umaseko, no. You can't just claim those players. Those players are straight from SuperSport. Some of them SuperSport development. And now you come to the finals and say, I built this man. There's a TikToker who says, Mucho outole study and then last day need a fella graduation gown. How to say 100 rand out lads are I tolungana nix again. So it's pretty much the same thing. If you're gonna say you made a bomqueen, it's true. But yeah, what I like also is that if there's a human trait that I appreciate, is the ability to learn and improve. The ability to realize when you have a shortfall and improve on it. Yes, it's a different tournament altogether, but we can cluster it. Yes, time will tell you are we fair or not on clustering it, but we can cluster it and say it's part of the ECAF Champions League and all of that, and say there was a time where they were playing good football, but they had to learn there's something missing. So an individual who can learn, spot their mistakes, learn from them and improve, is someone we need to look up to. Scamo. Understand? Even my coach, Jose Rivero, lost to Chiefs so many times, but going into the cup final, cup semi-final. No. Cup semi-final. Last year, he decided I'm going to employ different tactics here. I'm going to see every time. It's actually carbon copy if you think about it. He just said, every time I check these guys, I'm in trouble. He just said, every time I check them, I'm in trouble. So he decided, I'm going to defend, Kiba Shapeka one, and Mtetwa came through for us. And even this time, Sundowns did the same thing to say, every time we attack them, have a problem. So we'll play speed, and we'll defend also our way, just like they do. So we'll just them because it's the noble thing to do. But only time will tell was this a proper win or was it just for sure? Because there's a team that won a trophy, maybe it's a Mandela Trophy. That trophy is non-existent today. So we don't know. They keep saying we won it after the
Yeah, what I come to now. Hey, so something's going on with the sound. Something's going with the sound. Wait, guys, in the comments, can you still hear me? Can you still hear me properly? Just there in the comments, can you just tell me if you can hear me? Because, okay, it seems like Imalume Kuto. Okay, for time's sake, I think I'm going to end it there for time's sake because I've got a 5-year-old here who's homesick and is running around the house right now. Okay, look, guys, look. This is what I'll say. Hey, we get so sensitive when Sundowns is being discussed. Sundowns, the reason why I ask these questions is Sundowns has something in Rhulani that I think now we're starting to realize is not common even on the continent. The same problems that I've been speaking about inside the PSL are the same things that are coming up over there in Africa, right? So that means something is happening. The reason why I reference Rhulani is because Rhulani, go 2-0 up versus Rhulani in a cup final and give him 30 minutes and watch how he will realize that, oh no, we need to go do something, and he'll go do it. So that's why I'm saying that I'm asking these questions, because I really do want to find out. I'm the same person who came out here and I said, I enjoy CAF because Sundowns gets challenged. So when the Wydad coach comes out and he says, oh no, guys, we understood that we were going to be outplayed. I'm like, no, that's what a PSL team says. So when Wydad, having won the first leg, comes to the second leg and can only get 3 shots and 1 on target, right? It means one of 2 things. And both things can be true. 1, maybe the coaching standard isn't very high. Maybe when they get into these situations, there's no plan B, there's no whatever. And Sundowns is just so lucky to have somebody who can play that, who can do that. Or maybe the other part is that Sundowns is so good. You know, we've spoken about Al Ali. Al Ali, there was a point in time where Al Ali scared everyone on the continent. To the point where everyone would change the way they play and do all that stuff. It's a compliment, Sundowns fans, if you guys can take it. The fact that I've said this about Rhulani all the time. I enjoy Rhulani because he thinks, he learns, he changes. He has the balls to go and change. You guys keep telling me, who would go toe-to-toe with Sundowns? If Rhulani is on the other side, he knows when to do what. He's brave enough to go and do it. And clearly, even on the African continent, we don't have enough coaches that do those stuff. But I don't want to take it away from Sundowns. Well done to MAMELODI Sundowns. Petro de Luanda knocked Sundowns out of the CAF Champions League 2 years ago, if I'm not mistaken. 2 or 3 years ago. 2 years ago, Al Ali knocked, 2 years ago, was it Al Ali who knocked out Sundowns, 2021. Wydad, 6 May, I think it was 6 May, just now. He got knocked out by Wydad, semi-final. Wydad came South Africa, had 2-2, went back, and then they went to the final. So for the mere fact that they came back, beat Pedro 2-0, went and looked Al Ali in the eye to the point where Al Ali was out here defending. Then they went to Wydad, where they went 2-1 down in the first leg and came back in the second leg. That is incredible. That is incredible. Because like it or not, like I said earlier, whether it's a plastic cup, whether it's whatever, all the teams got a month off. Everybody was fresh. Everybody had most of their players. Okay, Wydad was missing their captain, but most of those teams had everything. So this is a big deal. This is a big deal. And it adds to whatever questions we had about Rhulani. He's answering them. I told you guys a while ago, Rhulani just has to answer questions. Yes, we say that he's very good. Yes, we say that he's this. Yes, we say that he's this. But the trophies weren't following like that. So now he has to go win trophies. I said the same thing about Jose. So this is a very good first step. This is a very good win for this tournament. Forever and a day, they'll be remembered as the first winners of this tournament, however this tournament goes. So you can't take that away from them. We'll see what happens in CAF. We'll see what happens in all of that stuff. But look, they've won this trophy. 75 million. King, Ireland and a half. Ireland and a half. So let's see what they do when they get into the Champions League. I don't even count the PSL. They've been gone for 5 weeks or whatever, however long it's been, and they're still number 1. So you can't say too much. So well done to MAMELODI Sundowns. Well done for them representing us, even though people turned around. Hey, what's Jigele? Fast. people turned around and all of a sudden certain words were said about other teams. But yeah, well done to Mamelodi Sundowns. They won the thing. Well done to Patrice Motsepe. I think what I want to add is this shows you what can happen when your clubs are run properly. He bought this team in 2004. Yeah, I believe he won the league in his first year, Miguel Camondi, but then he bought this team in 2004 and he said that I'm going to do everything in my power to make sure that this club is at the top of Africa. If you guys remember, there was years when Sundowns was signing 10, 15 players in a transfer window, trying to find themselves. Abo Stoichkov, Abo Banbani coming in, Abo Kappa, right? But it takes true commitment to see it through up until this point. And even when you get to this point, to still be hungry. I think the one thing you can give to Mamelodi Sundowns is that they're still ambitious, they're still hungry. 7 league wins in, they're still hungry. They've got a star, still hungry. They're playing in these tournaments, still hungry. Their coaching staff, they're everybody, they're still hungry. That's incredible. Because we've seen other teams try. Amazulu had one good season with Penny. Second season was tough. Third season, they're wallowing somewhere at the bottom. How many times has Chiefs fired people? How many times have other teams in the PSL made the claims that they want to be the best in Africa and didn't back it up? So shout out to Patrice Motsepe for actually backing up his words, actually creating structures, actually... Look, this club is incredible when you look at it from the outside in. It's incredible. The fact that Rhulani said, I don't know how many names Rhulani thanked in that speech that he was saying. I don't know how many people he thanked. Now do that for Pirates, do that for Chiefs, do that for any of the PSL teams, and you'll probably find out it's 3-4 people that you mention. It's 3-4 people. So it's very, very incredible what they've built over that side. And yeah, we can only hope that our teams are watching. Me, I will tell you guys, every single day, I am jealous of Sundowns. I don't hate Sundowns. I'm jealous. And my jealousy doesn't play out in me wanting them to lose. My jealousy plays out in me wanting my team to do better. And want to do better. That's where I lie. So I'm very happy with Sundowns winning. In fact, Sundowns must keep their feet. They must keep their feet on our throats up until our teams decide to take it seriously. Because if anything, they've showed you that it can be done. If you are willing to take the losses, if you're willing to take the financial hits, and if you're willing to do the right thing and step away and allow football people to do football things, right? But I don't want to take it too far away. Well done to Mamelodi Sundowns. Well done, well done, well done. I'll see you guys later. We're going to speak about the derby. Hey, we're going to speak about the derby later, and we'll go from there, just for time's sake. Thank you so much for joining me. If you have not followed, please follow. Remember, Monday to Friday, 12:30 in the afternoon. Monday to Wednesday at 8 p.m. We are here. If you want to watch any of the episodes that have passed or want to see what's going on, what we had today, maybe arrived late, they are available on Facebook and on YouTube in full. We also have a WhatsApp group. We have a WhatsApp group that goes up to 180 messages in a night when we're going back and forth in that group, and that's where most of the topics come from. We don't just speak about reviews of games. So if you want to join that WhatsApp group, you have to become a member on YouTube. So on YouTube, there's a subscribe button and there's a join button. Click on the join button. Cheapest membership is 20 Rand a month. You'll get access to the group, and then we get to speak about those things and have members-only streams as well. It's the Overthinking Football Show on YouTube. Thank you guys so much for joining me. I'll see you guys then tonight for the therapy session at 8 p.m. Bye, guys.